Hey everybody, Bobby Deen here, and happy holidays. Hard to believe it, but they're here already, 2023. So we're gonna make some appropriate dishes, and not only that, we're making dishes that come from my cookbooks, me and my brother together. Recipes from the road, and today we're gonna make an eggnog. And okay, I can already hear it. Some of you went, ugh, hate eggnog. And some of you went, whoa, I love eggnog, and put as much bourbon in it as you can. Okay, so we're gonna make eggnog, but with no bourbon. All right. So how do you start? We start with egg yolks and sugar. Two very simple ingredients. But this goes ahead. This goes ahead. This tells you already that this is not going to be a not my mama's meals recipe. This is not going to be light. This is going to be full throttle heavy eggnog. So I'm simply going to whisk together sugar and egg yolks. And if you're wondering, that's 6 egg yolks and a cup of sugar. Or excuse me, half a cup of sugar, sorry. Half a cup of sugar. And I've got some milk warming on the stovetop over here. I'm not going to scald it or boil it. I just want to get it warm. Not hot, warm. And let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Because it's nice and warm, you can see that it's steaming. And I'm going to ladle a little bit of my milk in to temper my eggs. So that we don't end up with scrambled eggs. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Just go ahead and warm up my eggs. Let those two things marry. And now everything back into the milk on the stovetop. And this is the beginning of our eggnog. When I was growing up, our eggnog came out of a carton from the grocery store. And I'm telling you what, I remember chugging it right out of the container. Oof. And you should see some pictures of me from that time. A little bit husky, you might say. All right, so I've tempered my eggs and I've added them back into the saucepan. This is going to have to cook for a few minutes, maybe 6 or 8 minutes, until it's starting to thicken a little bit and maybe sort of stick to the whisk with a spoon. So we'll take a little break and then we'll come right back. So our milk and egg yolks has begun to thicken. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the saucepan and into a large bowl. And straight into an ice bath to cool. Wonderful. So we'll let that begin to cool. It'll take a few minutes and we'll come right back. The next step for the eggnog is 6 egg whites into our stand mixer. Half a cup sugar. And we're just going to beat this into soft peaks. So we'll get this started and then we'll take a little break and we'll come right back. All right, so we've got 3 different things going on here. This is my egg yolks and milk that we cooked on the stovetop. And now I've got some whipped cream that I'm going to fold into it. Ooh, good old homemade whipped cream. Goodness, goodness. I could sit down with a spoon in a quiet room and probably eat every bit of that if I tried. And so we talk about this a lot. I'm going to fold this in. It's important to know how to fold when you're preparing dishes so you don't beat things into oblivion. That is beautiful whipped cream. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. So our whipped cream and also...
Bobby, let them know that the whipped cream was 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and 1/4 of a cup of sugar. And I just went ahead and mixed it for us to kill one of the steps.
Okay, well, she just said it.
I just wanted them to know why the whipped cream was already ready.
So I'm folding in the whipped cream. Do you want me to re-say what you just said? Because I think everyone heard you. No, ma'am. I like that. Thank you, Teresa, for the clarification.
She keeps me straight too, son.
All right, so our whipped cream into our milk and egg yolk mixture. And then to that, I've got my egg whites with sugar. I'm going to fold that in also. Look at that. Oh, boy. That looks like meringue.
Pretty meringue, ain't it?
Beautiful meringue. Beautiful meringue. And we'll fold all of this together. Come and get it, everybody. All right, Mom. So
Yeah.
we had to rescue our eggnog with a little extra milk.
Yeah, it just got so thick, son.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have some liquid in it. So
A little more?
I'd put a little more.
Okay.
And Mama always put this, as soon as she made it, she put it in the freezer to get it ice cold. And of course, the alcohol, the bourbon that she put in it wouldn't freeze.
Right.
So
Well, we didn't add any bourbon.
This
I
is
am
a
going to add
non-alcoholic
a-
version.
this is your children can drink this.
That's right. Little vanilla. Thanks, Mom, for your help.
You're welcome.
And a little fresh nutmeg. This looks so nice. It is really, really thick and delicious looking. And like my mom said, we will put it in the freezer, I think, for a few minutes. But I will, gosh, that looks wonderful. I will give it a little taste before I put it in the freezer. Mmm. That beats the stuff you get off the shelves at the grocery store any day of the week. So a few minutes in the freezer to make sure that it's nice and cold, and then we'll serve it. Oh man, look at that. Didn't know I was a barista, did you? I didn't either. Ooh, and you know what else would be good on that? Maybe a little chocolate shaving. Gosh. But we'll stick with what we got. And does that look good? So good. So simple, delicious, old-fashioned eggnog for you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.